Picture two people starting their adult lives with absolute zeros across the board. No trust funds, no powerful connections, and absolutely no safety net to catch them if they fall. Fast forward 5 years. One of them is still sitting at the bottom of that exact same financial chasm. The other has climbed out and is building a solid foundation of wealth. The easiest way to process this divide is to assume the second person caught a lucky break. We tell ourselves it was the right investment at the exact right time, or a hidden financial advantage. But human brains crave predictability. When someone stays in a state of lack for long enough, the brain often adopts poverty as a core identity. It starts running a background script that says, "People like me do not succeed," converting a temporary environment into a self-reinforcing perspective on what is possible. Escaping this gravity requires training the mind to prioritize long-term survival over immediate safety, shifting how you react to risk and embarrassment long before the bank account reflects the change. To reach financial escape velocity, self-made individuals systematically override their biological instincts and forge an entirely different relationship with time. This brings us to temporal discounting. The brain prefers a tiny slice of comfort right now over a massive future reward. But self-made individuals endure short-term discomfort. They sacrifice the temporary dopamine hit of buying something today to stack resources for tomorrow. Buying expensive clothes or a luxury car to project the appearance of success drains the exact capital needed to actually build it. People who rise from nothing ignore the temptation to look wealthy. Instead, they lock their attention on acquiring valuable skills. They understand that a high-leverage skill creates the market value that eventually translates into actual money. Doing this requires separating your self-image from your current physical reality. Successful people adopt the habits and discipline of a wealth builder while they are still working entry-level jobs and living in cheap apartments. By stripping away the need for external validation and strictly reinvesting in themselves, they ensure that their daily labor is being converted into tangible market value rather than temporary status. But building those skills and pursuing those opportunities leads straight into a psychological minefield, the unknown. There are no guaranteed paychecks, no immediate rewards, and no certainty that any of this effort will pay off. Evolutionary biology hates this. The human brain perceives uncertainty as a threat to survival, triggering anxiety to pull you back to the safety of a predictable routine. To succeed, you have to short-circuit anxiety, taking action before a safety net appears. Progress happens when you operate in the complete absence of certainty, and this takes a heavy toll. People who build wealth from zero still experience intense fear, deep frustration, and frequent daily rejection. They are not immune to self-doubt. The difference is emotional regulation. They refuse to let a temporary feeling of embarrassment or a bad day derail a 10-year plan. They acknowledge the emotional sting, but keep executing their daily tasks. This ability to navigate the unknown while managing the urge to panic is the ultimate filter. It separates the person who quits at the first sign of friction from the individual who stays consistent. Escaping poverty is rarely a cinematic montage culminating in a single lucky break. It is a quiet, grueling war of psychological attrition, fought every single day. Acquiring wealth comes down to out-disciplining, out-learning, and simply out-patienting the competition. While external factors always play a role, the pattern of rising from zero suggests that behavioral changes usually precede the financial ones. Therefore, you have to stop acting like someone stuck in a deep chasm long before you reach the top. You have to become comfortable with the persistent discomfort required to grow, which leaves you with a question to ask yourself right now. Are you using your resources to build actual skills for your future, or are you just spending your money to look successful today? If you enjoy learning the psychology behind success and human behavior, hit the subscribe button. We leave the motivation at the door and stick to the raw facts.